Welcome to the CD 1025 Big Room Bar. I'm down the road a spell in Nashville, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, live tonight at the A&R Bar with the Shelters and Angela Purley and the Howlin' Moons, the Wild Feathers. How about a song? And we'll chat a little bit, okay? What are you going to play?
We're going to play a song called Sleepers.
If I could use my hands, become a better man, I might be alright. And as your world is turning, years unfurled to learning, don't have to sleep to dream. There's rivers and there's streams burning in my mind. I might be killing the blue sky. I might be waiting a lifetime, but I don't need the sun to know the day's begun. I don't need the stars to know where we are. I wanna make it right, I just need more time. Hold on to yours, hold on to mine. Teach me to learn through your window. All that I've earned is where the wind blows. If I could use my hands, become a better man, I might be alright. I might be killing the blue sky. I might be waiting a lifetime, but I don't need the sun to know the day's begun. I don't need the stars to know where we are. I wanna make it right, I just need more time. Hold on to yours, hold on to mine. But I don't need the sun to know the day's begun. I don't need the stars to know where we are. I wanna make it right, I just need more time to hold on to yours, hold on to mine.
Wild Feathers. Tonight, A&R Bar with Shelters, Angela Purley, and the Howlin' Moons. The new album is great. It's called Lonely as a Lifetime, out now on Warner Brothers. the word departure is kind of a cliche when you talk about records. It's a departure from the last one. I get the idea from reading up on you guys that you just sort of go where the muse takes you, and you don't think too much in terms of, well, we're going to quote unquote depart. Is that accurate?
We just write songs and then play them and don't really.
Yeah, well, that's the
think
way it
about
should
it.
be.
I mean, but we're not listening to like death metal every day. But if we did, we'd probably write a death metal record.
Oh.
So I don't know.
All right. Might
we
have to
just-
rename the band, do a side project.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we just figured that under the umbrella of rock and roll, we can kind of do anything
Sure.
we want.
I agree. How much was environment an influence on the album? Because I know you guys jumped down to Muscle Shoals. How far is that from Nashville?
I think like 3 hours.
3 hours, not bad.
The environment I think that a lot of these songs came from was being on the road, though. So it was a lot of different cities and a lot of different areas in the country, in the world, we did a lot of kind of writing and hanging out and arranging in Barcelona, Spain of all places, which was too much fun, to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly just comes from being on the road and traveling so much.
What's a bigger influence, a place or the people in it?
I think the two go hand in hand. It's the
Yeah.
culture, the people all are kind of inextricably woven together. So I think you can't have one without the other.
Well, if I traveled as much as you guys did, I would be looking for uniqueness in whatever part of the world I was in, because we have this idea that this modern consumer culture, we're all online, we're all pretty much the same, but that's really not true. Whether it's just finding a diner that doesn't exist anywhere else, or do you find it's easy to find interesting people to talk up when you're out there?
Totally. I think that's one of the greatest, the coolest things about touring. You get to meet people that you normally wouldn't meet and see places, like even little hole-in-the-wall food places or a little bar or something. Like, we're always kind of in search of something genuine in each city we go to.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier, I think, these days, just because, if you're pulling into a city, we wouldn't know where the classic place to go is. Thank God for Yelp and all these things, because we'll be able to this is the real deal place in wherever we're at, and so you can kind of find out a little bit more. But as far as people goes, we hang out with a lot of freaks.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's part of the job, right? Wild Feathers are here, A&R Bar tonight. Angela Perley's opening. We're very proud of her and her band. Make sure you catch her.
Yeah.
She
Cool.
plays the saw, for one thing.
Oh, wow.
She'll bust that thing out. It's pretty amazing. So make sure you see her.
Definitely.
What are you going to play for us now?
We're gonna play.
Into the Sun, I believe.
Into the sun, away from the night. Everyone's waiting for their time to arrive, but only this moment, right here, right now. Into the sun, yeah, we ain't going down. 23, yeah, chasing a sound. That's what you gotta do. You're the new kid in town. I'm not reacting, I'm just acting now. I wanna go where they can't find me. Into the sun, away from the
Wild Feathers in the big room. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the giants of country music because Merle Haggard died the other day, and that really bummed me out. And then I read that you guys did some shows with Willie Nelson once.
We did.
I've never met anyone who's toured with Willie Nelson, so I'm going to have to squeeze you for a story or two. Did he
Can
impart
we talk
any
about
wisdom?
It on air?
Well, you know, I'll leave that up to you. I mean, we all know Willie's reputation precedes him,
Yeah.
but he's such a giant in music. Did he impart any wisdom or tell you a good story or two?
I think the wisdom we got just from observing him, like he took the time out to come say hi to us, and he invited us up on stage every night to sing a couple, this gospel medley he does, like 3 or 4 gospel tunes. But just the way he treats his crew and the people around him that have been with him 30, 40 years, he's the most loyal dude out there. But his crew, I hope I can say this, gave us a huge trash bag size full of weed on our last day because they had to fly back to Texas. We're like, hey, we don't need this. And we were like scared. We're like, dude, this is quite a large amount.
They won't
to
lock.
have,
They'll lock us
on
up.
our
What
person.
are we talking here?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
It was like the
like a hefty size
black
trash bag full
hefty,
of.
hefty,
black
hefty,
trash
hefty.
I was like nervous about it. We took what we could and then just like left it on the street corner. So somebody was probably
In
had an
Boise.
awesome day.
He was in Boise, Idaho. Some lucky homeless guy found a trash sack,
Yeah.
a trash can full of marijuana.
Well, you were singing gospel tunes. I think somehow
Well-
that's sort of like a biblical approach. You
Yeah,
take
he-
a little and share the rest.
Yeah,
That's right. Take
It's
what
like
you
the
need and
5
leave the
loaves of
rest.
bread and the 5 fishes, and you turned it into a whole lot of stone
Oh
people.
yeah. And he
That's amazing.
It was
he also
great.
did Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die, like in the middle of the whole medley. So we felt like it was okay.
Well, I feel like Willie should get a card that it's like retired baseball players get to go to all the ball games they want. They just have a card and they get in. He should have a card that says, "I'm Willie Nelson. I get to smoke dope
Wherever I
I'm
want,
in-
yeah.
Yeah.
wherever I am."
I,
I think
think,
that's
I
fair.
think he might just
He probably does have that.
wear that on his shirt.
Yeah, I don't know why not. Hey, as long as we're talking about legends, you did some writing. I don't know that it was intentional, but you went on a pilgrimage. Tell us who Graham Parsons was for those, because I'm a huge fan of his. I don't think a lot of people, especially if they're younger than me, and most people are at this point, are perhaps not aware of him and what a giant he was. Tell me about your pilgrimage to commune with the late Graham Parsons.
Well, Graham Parsons was the cosmic American country musician back in the late '60s, early '70s. They did the whole Birds, the switch between rock and roll and country, bridged the gap pretty much.
Yeah, when he joined
But
the
he,
band.
and then he had the Flying Burrito Brothers, and then Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels. But he died in Joshua Tree of overdose of like mescaline or something like that.
It wasn't weed.
It was not weed.
Wasn't a bag of giant
Yeah.
sack of weed.
But he's a hero of ours, and we went out there to Joshua Tree just on his birthday and stayed in the room he died in.
Wow.
And there's only one bed in there, so we had to,
He had to
sleep
get
for a while.
really drunk.
Do they keep it the way it was, or
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
exactly
Wow.
like there's all
Yeah.
kinds of little more like things,
Like a little
shrines and
shrine out
everything.
front. Yeah, it was a trip.
You would think that room would be hard to get.
Yeah. I don't know
Well, that's
it's
what we
called.
thought. It was his birthday, so I called out there. I was like, because we were already in LA. I was like, well, let's just see. And I was like, is room number 8 open? And they're like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, we're coming. I gave them my credit card number. We drove out there, and it sounds like we're huge grandpires, like we're freaks. It was just one of those crazy coincidences. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
happened to be his birthday. It happened to be open. We happened to go out there. We went to Pappy and Harriet's and had dinner and drinks and played pool. Ended up getting on stage with one of the local bands there that night. Went back to the room really late. Proceeded to drink more, and then ended up writing "Lonely as a Lifetime" in about 30, 45 minutes, and which became 2 or 3 years later the title track to this next record.
That's
So
beautiful.
it was weird. It was like one of those things that was kind of meant to be, but we didn't know it at the time. We thought we were just doing what we normally do.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lesson in there. Just go with it. That's what the Wild Feathers do. You guys just go with it. I like it. All right, one more song and we'll turn you loose.
Cool. Yeah.
What are you gonna play?
Overnight.
You can't have everything you want. Death and money all at once. If I get on this train
Brothers. Lonely is a Lifetime out now on Warner Brothers. It is uniformly excellent from beginning to end. Congratulations, guys.